The 60th presidential election is taking place in 2024, and it's likely that two rivals will once again go head-to-head: Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Trump's approval rating dropped to new lows after his supporters rioted at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, following Biden's 2020 victory. It has recovered slightly, but still remains low, as does Biden's. But now Trump also faces a series of indictments that could affect his presidential campaign. So what hurdles does the former president need to overcome to win over voters and regain control of the White House? Trump faces 4 criminal indictments, 2 on state charges and 2 on federal charges. Falsifying business records in the first degree related to payments made to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 presidential election. The mishandling of sensitive documents and conspiracy to obstruct the government in retrieving these documents. Attempting to overturn Joe Biden's victory in Georgia.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
And attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Trump has also been involved in civil cases, such as the current fraud case in New York and the conclusion of E. Jean Carroll's defamation cases in January. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. Neither the indictments nor any resulting convictions would necessarily disqualify his 2024 presidential candidacy, but there has never been a president or a presidential campaign frontrunner indicted on federal charges before. The indictments seem only to have reinforced former President Donald Trump's standing among die-hard Republicans, but support from less committed voters could waver should he be convicted or if additional indictments are leveled. Trump must first win the Republican presidential primary contest. The process of primaries, or caucuses, varies from state to state, but essentially primaries are a series of state elections to choose presidential nominees. A number of delegates are allocated in proportion to each candidate's final tally. The later Republican states generally have winner-takes-all primaries, where the winner gets all the delegates, giving a clear advantage to the frontrunner. Then, those delegates will vote for a presidential nominee at their party's national convention. As Republican presidential nominee, Trump will focus much of his campaign on the swing states. Swing states are any states that could reasonably be won by either the Democratic or Republican candidate in a statewide election. As they have populations that are closely divided politically, they become battlegrounds for major political parties. Trump will concentrate on the states which swung to Biden in 2020: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Plus several that were also very close, including Nevada, which was narrowly won by Hillary Clinton in 2016 and Biden in 2020, and North Carolina, which was won by Trump both times. Each state receives a number of electors based on their population size, which relates directly to the number of members they have in Congress. There are 538 electors in the USA. In all states except Nebraska and Maine, electors are awarded on a winner-take-all basis. So when a candidate wins the most votes in their state, they win all of the electoral votes. In 2016, Hillary Clinton had the most number of votes cast for a candidate. She won the popular vote. But she lost the election because Trump won the electoral college vote. The candidate who wins the state gets all the electoral votes regardless of how close the result was. Polls show Trump ahead nationally and in the swing states, where the election will be won and lost. At this stage in the 2020 cycle, Biden was ahead nationally and in most swing states. The way Trump's court cases play out will be crucial. Will American swing voters accept his claims that he is the victim of a political witch hunt? Would they pay attention to the evidence in the verdicts? Will any verdicts even come before the presidential election on November 5th, 2024? How will Biden perform on the campaign trail? Will there be more stumbles and verbal gaffes that erode his support? Or will Americans be persuaded by his arguments that he's on track to repair the economy and save democracy? It all makes for a highly unpredictable American election.